Okay, hi everyone. So just a quick brief on the current situation in Pakistan and the outlook coming into the year ahead. Um, so regarding Pakistan and its outlook, it's been on a negative trajectory for years, and that will continue, unfortunately. In terms of security, the threats are multifaceted. You have multiple terror groups conducting dozens of attacks monthly across the country, two provinces mainly, Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, but these groups have attacked Islamabad, Lahore, Karachi, and continue to harbor ambitions to do so also. Um, Raga, maybe you want to talk a little about this later, but there has been the specific targeting of Chinese citizens in the country, some connected to the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, which is a massive investment under the Belt and Road Initiative. Uh, what's telling here is that China is applying more pressure on Pakistan to allow Chinese contractors to help with security. Now this is unlikely to happen. Pakistan will likely continue denying the deployment of Chinese security guards or any sort of Chinese forces on Pakistani soil for security because it uh raises up questions about their legitimacy. But it's also indicative and telling of how Pakistan's largest investor is very concerned about Pakistan's ability to provide security. Um, on a similar note, the security situation in Balochistan and other places are also deteriorating, and they're delaying progress on the Barrick Gold Rico Dick mine reopening. So there's already a lot of issues with it, and the government sees this as, their major source of income in the coming years. But if you cannot develop that source, then it's going to be a problem getting that income. Um, and of course, the Afghanistan Taliban is not a friendly neighbor. And to top that all off, there's been an increase in petty and violent crime across the country, including in urban cities. So a lot of this is the consequence of the games between the political elite and especially the military. Uh, the establishment is more concerned with suppressing the opposition, which means any opposition really. They're slowly making Imran Khan a kind of martyr in a sense, and they are mainstreaming more extremist groups into society. So where this leaves Pakistan socially is that you have a very kind of polarized society where the costs of the IMF loans and bailouts are falling on the people, and they've become increasingly critical of the military establishment and are on the streets over various issues every week. And the elites aren't really doing much to fix the economic issues. They're just relying on extended credit and loans. So to summarize, ahead, it's looking grim. And, you know, even if Pakistan had 1,000 Reko Dicks, it wouldn't be enough at this point to solve the economics, security, and social issues. Raga, do you have anything to add here? I just want to lastly say that the companies on the slide over here, these are all companies that have either exited, planned to exit, or drawn down operations in Pakistan over the last few years because it has not, because of security concerns, because of financial viability and other issues. And so Pakistan is losing billions of dollars of investments, and that situation is not likely to change.
Yeah, just to add to what you had said, Uday, it's just the reality now that China has become a fairly big stakeholder in Pakistan with its projects, the extension of its Belt and Road Initiative projects. Now, with the attacks and the rising number of terror attacks on Chinese nationals in Pakistan, China has signed apparently some private security and military contracts for the protection of their engineers and workers who are involved in the China Pakistan Economic Corridor projects. Now, this is quite for a country with a fairly strong military, just not being able to deter the rising number of attacks in some of its restive provinces, and that China has to resort to private contracts is quite damning of the situation in terms of its security environment. Now, another issue that's been going on in the country is the protest movement by the opposition leader Imran Khan. He is imprisoned, and there is a lot of pressure from his supporters to release him. So over the last couple of weeks, we've seen a rising number of protests from his party, PTI, and some of them have turned quite violent in the capital and some of the major cities as well. And the pressure against the government to release him, as well as some of the imprisoned leaders, has been causing tensions between the government and the opposition. And a lot of negotiations are going on, but as of now, it is a stalemate, and it's quite likely that protests will continue in major cities in Pakistan for the coming weeks.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And just to add to that, protests in Pakistan do turn violent. Security force crackdowns are very possible and likely. And if you want more information or advice or if you have any operational concerns about Pakistan, please reach out to us. Thank you.